So let's quickly go to properties of integers on addition. This is a real good place wherein we need to understand properties. So anyone know some properties of integers? If you know, explain me what they are.
I know, sir.
Okay, good. Let's start with Amulya. Go ahead, Amulya, explain.
Associative property, commutative property, distributive property, sir.
Communicative or commutative?
Commutative, sir.
Okay. So do you know what is a closure property? Yeah, very good. Kushi says closure property. Very good. So Kushi, can you explain what is closure property? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Kushi.
So when we add or multiply any two integers,
Okay.
and its product or its answer is also an integer.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Brilliant. Brilliant. So what is a closure property? Say, for example, we have, say, one integer, say 2, another integer, say 4. So we add two integers, we get a number called 6. So the number, the resultant is also belonging to the same set. Here in our case, we are talking about integers. So addition of integers, is a closure property. Integers, addition of integers is a closure property. Let's take an example here. We'll understand. So here, if A and B are two integers, then A plus B, which is C, is also an integer. Always when you add two integers, you will get two integers. Now, when you add two, how many of you know, okay, I think it's too early for you. Let's not get into rational, irrational numbers. That is too much of a discussion for today. So closure property, always, if you have elements in a set, any elements in a set, say let's assume you have, in the case of integers, now integers is a set of, say, it's minus 100, like that, you go on, you have your 0, you have 1, 2, so on till infinity, right? You have all your integers. Let's not restrict to -1. So let me take a number line here. Okay, you have a number line, you have 0, you have -1, you have -2, and so on, right? And on the positive side, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So if you take anything, like any two integers, if you add this integer with this integer, so when you add two integers, the resultant that we have, is it an integer? Yes. So such a property is called closure property. Does it hold good for addition? Yes. Okay. So we'll come one after the other. Don't worry. So now let's look at associative property. Yes, anyone can tell me what is an associative property? Yeah. Who wants to go? First, I think Yuvraj wants to say. Let me give a chance to Yuvraj. Yuvraj Girdhar, go ahead.
So the sum of 3 or more integers does not depend on the grouping of the integers.
Very good. Does not depend on the grouping of the integers. For example, Yuvraj, can you explain?
Sir, A plus B plus C equals to A plus B, or in brackets A plus B and then plus C.
Got it. Got it. So here what you're saying is A plus B plus C. If A, B, C are integers, A plus B plus C is always equal to A plus B plus C. So by doing that, it holds good. Addition of integers doesn't matter where you are putting this bracket, or you use the word parenthesis. That's another word that you people use, parenthesis. Very good, Delisha. She says the grouping doesn't matter. 3 plus 4 plus 1, 5 is equal to 3 plus 4 plus 5. Very good, Delisha. Every one of you, I'm impressed. So all of you understand what is an associative property. Very good. So now we'll come to associative property. Before that, what is the other property? There's something called commutative property. One of our friends here, what's his name? Someone has already told what is a, it's not communicative property, Pushpal. It's commutative property. It's commutative. Very good. It's commutative. Okay. How do you remember? Yep. Pushpal, go ahead.
Commutative property is A plus equal to B plus 8. That means 8 plus 4 plus 8.
Very good. So what you're saying is commutative property A plus B is equal to B plus A. Okay. So your A plus B, the direction, I mean, that is not important. A plus B or B plus A, that doesn't matter. So what you're saying is whether I do 2 plus 3 or I do 3 plus 2, the resultant is going to be same. Right?
Yes.
So can you give,
Yes, sir.
can you
Yes,
give me an example of something that doesn't hold good with commutative property, something that is not applicable?
Subtraction and division.
Very good.
Subtractional.
Wonderful. Because you know 2 plus 3, 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3 is not equal to 3 minus 2 because 3 minus 2 is 1, whereas 2 minus 3 is minus 1. So in case of subtraction of integers doesn't hold commutative property. I repeat once again, subtraction of integers is not commutative property. Very good. Very good. So that's what we learn here in this class. So for any two integers, A and B, if A plus B is equal to B plus A, if this holds good, it's called commutative property. It's not communicative, it's commutative. Okay. Now, don't worry. I'll tell you how do you remember them also. Commutative property. Okay. We have also learned associative property. It's not, once again, let me write it here. Yeah. So for any three integers, A plus B plus C, if grouping is not, doesn't matter, this property is called associative property. Right? That's what we learned just now. Now it doesn't matter because 2 plus 3 plus 5 is also equal to 2 plus 3 plus 5. Right? Now the question is, how do you remember this? What do you mean by closure? Why is it called closure property? Can anyone tell me why it is called closure property? So what we are saying is 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. 2 is an integer, 4 is an integer. The resultant is also an integer. That's the reason addition of integers is a closure property. Now my question to all of you is, why is it called closure property?
Sir, the answer of an integer is also an integer. So
Correct.
when you add integers, you get integers.
Correct? That is closure property. No, I'm asking you, why do you think the name has been given as closure? Now, why I'm explaining this is because what happens is later in your life, you get confused between closure property and commutative property. You don't get confused with associative property. That's not, I don't want you to worry about it. But I want you to learn why is it called closure property so that you can remember for lifetime. No, Arna. No. Okay, so very good. No problem. I'll explain. I'll use this. Sorry. Okay, let me use this space and explain. So now, we'll come to this commutative later. Let me quickly explain closure property. How do you remember this? So very simple. Look here. So here, when we have A and B, say we have A comma B belonging to integers. This is the sign that we give for belong. A comma B belongs to integers, and your A plus B is giving you a number C. A plus B is giving you an answer C, and C belongs to integer. So that means if A plus B is giving you C, because of that operation plus, due to this operation plus, the resultant is also giving you the same integer. Not same integer, it's giving the integer. So basically, all the numbers here, A, B, C, are in a same closed group, that closed group is called a group of integers. If it is in the same group of integers, so it's in the closed group of integers, it is belonging to the same set of closed integers. That's the reason, that's where that word closure has come, closed set of integers. So, for example, addition of, there is another word that it says addition of rational numbers. I repeat, addition of rational numbers also satisfies closure property, because in your next class, you will learn about rational numbers. In rational numbers, if you add one rational number to the other rational number, you will get a rational number only. Because of that, we say that addition of rational numbers also holds closure property. That's the reason the name closure has come into picture. Does it make sense to all of you? If it makes sense, say yes in the chat box. If it doesn't make sense, say no in the chat box. So is it easy to remember now? What is a closure property? Okay.
Yes, sir.
It is not only now, you will see closure property not only in 7th, you're in 7th now, you will see this in 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, you will see functions. When you go into higher standard, people get confused. So easy to remember. Closure property, if an operation is happening between any two elements of a particular set, the resultant operation, because of the resultant, whatever is coming, that is also belongs to that set. That's the reason it's a closed property. So when we say closed family, so you have a family, say you have a family name, for example, my family name is Akula, right? So my children also have their, the result, the children is all, they're also Akula. So it's a closed family. That's how we remember closure property. Make sense? Brilliant. So now let's also understand. Students also get confused with commutative. Easy to remember. Commutative. Commutative. Can anyone guess now what is commutative property? Where do you think this? How do you remember commute? Commute is the word there. Commute. Commute. Whether you go from A to B or you go from B to A, you're commuting from A to B or you're commuting from B to A. It doesn't matter. If the time taken from A to B is same to B to A, then it's called commutative. So here A plus B is equal to B plus A. That's the reason it's commutative property. That's the easiest way to remember what is commutative. Does it make sense to all of you? If yes, mention yes in the chat box quickly. Okay, that's the easiest way to remember. Brilliant. Now, let's come back now. We have already learned this. If A is any integer, then A plus 0 is equal to A. We know this. We just learned if A plus 0 will always give you A. And what is this A called? A is called, what is it called? Sorry, what is 0 known as? Everyone, put it in the chat box. Tell me your answer. What is 0 known as?
How can I tell? Additive.
Go ahead.
Additive.
Very good. Yes, Dalisha, it's called neutral integer. It is also known as additive identity. Wonderful. It's called additive identity. Very good. Now, for every integer which is not 0, there is another integer minus a, such that a plus minus a is 0. We also learned this. And what do we call this minus a? What do we call this minus a?
Additive inverse.
Very good. That's called additive inverse. It's called additive inverse. Very good.